comes with the FAMAS not really feeling like it packs enough of a punch, right? Wouldn't we just make the FAMAS better as opposed? What are we bringing in here? We're seeing people use more shotguns. There's a slew of SMGs used, still mainly the MAC-10 and the MP9, but you see some people whipping out the MP7, for example, even some people with the MP5. I just assume those people didn't change their loadouts. But there's some of this stuff. I'm just thinking, where are we missing? And I understand with how we think about CS, we're probably thinking about it in the lines that we have available to us right now.
Yeah.
But is there anything that would make sense to add new weapons to? What are we missing, Prof? Are we missing anything?
I don't know. I guess like if you think about it from like that CT point of view, like if you want to use the FAMAS, it's still not really great at range. Like it's not a rifle that you're going to be confident taking like a long range duel against like a deagle or a scout or whatever. I feel like you're like 50-50ing these things. So maybe that's an area where they look at to do something like an alternative rifle that is maybe, I don't know, more long, but that's kind of the scout, right?
When
So
you
I don't
bring in
know.
rifles, though, that's when you're like rifles kind of changed. I remember when the Galil. This is how old I am. I remember when the Galil and the FAMAS came in. I was like, "What the fuck? They've had a like we didn't. Well, we had an M4 and an AK. Why do we need a
Yeah.
Galil and a FAMAS? Right? It's one of these things where, as the community, we tend not to know what's good for us until we have it, and then it takes us a while to adapt to it. This is I think my vocabulary is a little bit slow this morning. Sorry, everybody. But the fact that we're seeing a lot more like Org and Krieg being used in the early stage of this is showing that the players have at least not come into this as closed-minded as they were previously. They're experimenting with some of the weapons even that aren't in meta to just see what kind of works in CS2. And to be fair, without having all of the information laid out in a Sloth Squadron spreadsheet to see, what damage and what penetration and what everything's doing, it's a bit harder for us to come to those kind of conclusions on things. But I would say people have been quite diverse with their weapon choices so far in CS2, obviously within the realms of possibility, but we've seen a bigger slew of weapons, I'd say. So I'm curious.
It was even kind of funny that a lot of the time, like there was even a couple of teams that played like P2000s almost exclusively.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why. Like, I don't understand. Like, stats haven't changed. The weapons are still the same. They deal the same damage. Is it just like that? Why does the one bolt make any sort of a difference?
Is it the same? Like, isn't penetration in certain like textures and stuff like not things aren't as strong? I've seen some videos.
Yeah, I don't know about kind of like corners and stuff like that. But honestly, in pistols, I'm not sure if that really comes into play so much that you would care so much about it that you would just like switch entire teams. I don't know enough about the reasoning behind it. It was like, I think one of them was it was one of the Russian teams, and I can't remember which one, which was at the time Sydney. I just like I would have to check back, but like one of them picked up the P2000 almost as a whole. Like and like the
there's a
scoped
bunch
weapons.
of people using it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You're not off the mark at all.
A bunch of the IGLs, I think, were playing with the scope weapons. Some of the operas were playing with the scope weapons, which was interesting as well. So I mean,
lots of Ents were using the Org.
Yeah, exactly. There were some like shotguns here and there, but nothing like crazy about that. So I think just everybody does a little bit of experimenting here and there. It's also like the shotguns, obviously, kind of like the main weapon where you could at least abuse the smoke mechanic a little bit more. You can shoot through it. You can get a little bit more information out of it because it spreads the smoke way more than anything else effectively. So like from that perspective, it might be more viable. But generally, I mean, stats-wise, nothing really changed this as far as we can tell.
How are we feeling?
What do you think about just the guns and stuff? Does everything feel the same, or any differences for you?
I think people realize that there are some more advantages that are more exploitable in CS2, such as Og and Krieg, for example. Og on CT side, scoped weapon, which doesn't really change, but people are starting using it because it's much easier to hold the angles, which in CS2 in general, it's really hard because people keep swinging on you and at insane speed. They see you better, they see you faster. So it's superior over M4, I would say. M4 right now, I don't see a reason. This is kind of a bold statement, but I don't see a reason for you to have M4A4 in your